Welcome to Paranormal Files. I'm your host, Paige Carter. Dusk fell over the Superstition Mountains, casting long shadows that danced and flickered against the jagged rocks. The last rays of the sun brought an eerie glow to the sparse vegetation, turning the desert landscape into a tableau of gold and shadow. In the silence of the approaching night, a low, haunting hum echoed through the canyons, an unnatural sound that seemed to come from the very bowels of the earth itself. The source of this ethereal drone was a mystery that had confounded locals and visitors alike. Some believed it was the wind whistling through the narrow crevices. Others speculated it was the cry of some unknown creature lurking in the depths of the wilderness. Yet, a few whispered of something more, supernatural. Retired park ranger Joe Martinez, a man of sturdy build and stern countenance, was one of the few who had experienced the hum at close quarters. He had spent decades patrolling the Superstition Mountains, yet it was an incident that occurred on a cold, moonless night in 1998 that had imprinted itself most deeply on his memory. "I was on a routine patrol," he recounted, his voice steady, but his eyes reflecting the fear of that night. Suddenly the air seemed to thicken, and a chill ran down my spine. Then I heard it, a low, pulsating hum, like the heartbeat of the mountain itself. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard. Joe quickly dismissed the idea that it was a mere trick of the wind. The sound, he claimed, had a certain rhythm, a cadence that felt too deliberate. He followed the sound, his flashlight cutting a path through the darkness, until he came upon a hidden cave. The hum was deafening here, the air vibrating with its intensity. "I stepped inside the cave," Joe continued, "and what I saw, it wasn't natural. There were symbols, ancient, etched into the walls, glowing faintly in the dim light. The hum seemed to resonate from these symbols." His voice dropped to a whisper as he shared the most chilling detail. "And then I saw the shadows, human-like figures moving along the walls. I could feel their eyes on me, could sense their anger." Joe's account is not an isolated one. Over the years, numerous visitors to the Superstition Mountains have reported similar experiences of strange sounds and inexplicable phenomena. The stories vary, but the common thread is the hum, the cryptic symbols, and the eerie sensation of being watched. The Superstition Mountains, with their rich history of lost gold mines and storied tales of death, have always been a magnet for seekers of the unknown. But is it possible that the mountains conceal a far deeper mystery? Could they be a nexus of paranormal activity, a place where the veil between our world and the next is dangerously thin? These questions remain unanswered, adding another layer to the enigma that shrouds the Superstition Mountains. But one thing is for certain: those who venture into the heart of this wilderness are forever changed, their experiences echoing long after the hum fades into silence. The Superstition Mountains, located in central Arizona, have been a focal point of local lore and legend for centuries. Named by the Spanish conquistadors for their enigmatic nature, these mountains have been steeped in mystery and intrigue since time immemorial. The indigenous Apache tribe, long before the arrival of Western settlers, held a deep-seated respect and fear for these mountains, considering them a sacred ground inhabited by spirits and supernatural beings. Some of the earliest documented encounters with the unexplainable in the Superstition Mountains were recorded by the Spanish explorers in the 16th century. They were drawn to the region by tales of abundant gold, believed to be hidden deep within the mountain's interior. However, their expeditions were often marred by unaccountable accidents, strange disappearances, and a pervasive sense of dread that seemed to permeate the mountains. One of the most chilling accounts from this era comes from a Spanish adventurer named Francisco Vázquez de Coronado. In his journals, Coronado spoke of a night when he and his men, camping at the foot of the mountains, were awakened by a deep, pulsating hum. This was followed by an apparition of shadowy figures moving along the mountain's ridges, their eyes glowing in the moonlight. The figures seemed to carry a message of warning, of intrusion into forbidden territory. However, it wasn't until the 19th century that the Superstition Mountains were thrust into the limelight, thanks to the legend of the lost Dutchman's gold mine. Jacob Waltz, a German immigrant, claimed to have found a rich gold mine in the mountains, but took its location to his grave in 1891. His tale spurred a gold rush, attracting prospectors and fortune seekers from far and wide. With this influx of people, the stories of the mountain's eerie phenomena multiplied. Many reported hearing the strange hum described by earlier explorers, often accompanied by sightings of shadowy figures and inexplicable symbols. Some even spoke of ghostly miners, doomed to forever search for the elusive gold. The Superstition Mountains also gained a grim reputation as a place of death. Over the years, more than a few of those who went in search of the lost Dutchman's gold mine never returned, their fates unknown. The mountains seemed to claim lives indiscriminately, adding to the aura of fear and mystery that engulfs them. The mountain's legacy of gold, death, and ghosts has made them a beacon for those who seek to uncover the unknown. The stories and experiences reported by those brave, or foolish, enough to venture into this enigmatic landscape have only deepened the mystery, creating a narrative that continues to evolve and captivate. The Superstition Mountains, it seems, are not just a physical place, but also a realm of the paranormal, where the lines between reality and the supernatural are blurred. Among the many who have been drawn to the Superstition Mountains, 3 individuals stand out for their intimate connection to its mysteries. Tom Collenborn, an historian and researcher, Jack Sanfelice, a survivor of the mountain's deadly allure, and Rosemary Ellen Guiley, a renowned paranormal investigator. Tom Collenborn, a respected authority on the Superstition Mountains, has spent decades exploring its rugged terrain, delving into the tales of the lost Dutchman's gold mine and chronicling the people who have disappeared within its boundaries. Collenborn's work has shed light on the intricate web of stories surrounding the mountains, from the native Apache legends to the more recent tales of ghostly miners and spectral apparitions. His meticulous research has contributed significantly to the body of knowledge about this enigmatic landscape, yet he himself acknowledges that the Superstition Mountains hold secrets that may never be fully understood. Jack Sanfelice, on the other hand, came to the Superstition Mountains in search of fortune and nearly lost his life in the process. As one of the countless prospectors drawn by the legend of the lost Dutchman's gold mine, Sanfelice experienced firsthand the mountain's deadly capriciousness. One fateful day, while deep in the mountains, he was caught in a sudden and violent storm that swept away his provisions and nearly claimed his life. Stranded and starving, Sanfelice was eventually rescued, but not before he reported a chilling experience. A spectral figure of an old miner, pointing the way out of the mountains. His account adds another layer of intrigue to the Superstition Mountains lore. Finally, Rosemary Ellen Guiley, a celebrated paranormal investigator, brought her expertise to bear on the Superstition Mountains. Her investigations into the various paranormal phenomena reported in the area, from the strange hum to the apparitions of shadowy figures, have yielded some of the most compelling evidence of supernatural activity. Guiley's work, combining rigorous investigation with an open mind, has lent credibility to the accounts of those who have encountered the inexplicable in the Superstition Mountains. These key figures, each in their own way, have deepened our understanding of the Superstition Mountains. Their experiences and investigations have given shape to the nebulous tales and accounts, yet the mountains continue to hold on to their secrets, shrouded in a mist of gold, death, and ghosts. Even as we seek to unravel the mysteries of the Superstition Mountains, we are reminded that some things may forever lie beyond the realm of human comprehension. At the heart of the Superstition Mountains' paranormal activity are the unexplained events and manifestations, which have both fascinated and confounded investigators. Sightings of spectral figures, unaccountable sounds, physical disturbances, and psychic phenomena have all been reported in the area. Each account, unique and chilling, contributes to the mystery that shrouds these mountains. One consistent thread running through these accounts is the appearance of spectral miners. Just as Jack Sanfelice reported, many others have seen ghostly figures in the garb of old miners. These apparitions are often spotted deep in the mountains, where the terrain is most inhospitable and the danger of getting lost is high. The figures often appear to be pointing or indicating a direction, sometimes leading confused or lost hikers back to safety. The spectral miners are not the only eerie sightings in the Superstition Mountains. Shadowy figures, seemingly detached from any human form, have been reported to dart in and out of view, often in peripheral vision. These sightings, often brief and fleeting, leave a lingering sense of unease and the impression of being watched. Alongside these visual phenomena, auditory experiences have also been reported. A low, persistent hum has been noted by many visitors. This hum, seemingly coming from within the mountains themselves, is not linked to any identifiable natural or man-made source. It persists day and night, often growing louder and more intense during storms. Physical disturbances are also a common occurrence. Rocks are seen to move on their own, leaving trails in the sand. At times, these trails seem to form patterns or symbols, though their meaning remains elusive. Hikers have reported feeling a sudden, intense chill, even in the desert heat, or an unaccountable pressure, as if being watched or followed. Psychic phenomena are perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the Superstition Mountains' paranormal activity. Visitors, especially those sensitive to psychic impressions, have reported feelings of dread, fear, and disorientation. Some have experienced vivid visions or dreams of miners, gold, and violent deaths. Each of these phenomena, in isolation, could perhaps be dismissed as mere illusion or exaggeration. Yet, the consistency of these accounts, across time and between independent witnesses, lends them a weight that cannot be easily ignored. The Superstition Mountains, it seems, are a hotbed of paranormal activity, a place where the veil between the natural and the supernatural is unusually thin. Yet, as with all things pertaining to the Superstition Mountains, these paranormal phenomena defy conventional explanation. They add to the sense of mystery and awe that permeates these ancient hills, reminding us of the unseen forces that may be at play in our world. The Superstition Mountains, with their tales of gold, death, and ghosts, continue to captivate and confound, a testament to the enduring power of the unexplained. Scientific analysis and skeptical inquiry have inevitably been drawn to the enigmatic Superstition Mountains. Attempts to uncover a rational explanation for the phenomena experienced within the heart of these ancient hills have taken various forms. For instance, the visual apparitions have been subjected to rigorous investigation by experts in optical illusion and atmospheric sciences. Light refraction, mirages, and the play of shadows on the rugged terrain are often cited as plausible explanations. Yet, these theories fall short when faced with the consistency and specificity of the sightings, especially those that occur at close range or in well-lit conditions. Similarly, the auditory phenomena, particularly the persistent hum reported by many visitors, has been examined by acoustics specialists. Some suggest that the sounds could be the result of subterranean seismic activity or the resonation of wind through the mountain's intricate network of caves. However, these theories struggle to explain the hum's persistence, its apparent immunity to atmospheric or seasonal changes, and its intensification during storms. The physical disturbances reported in the Superstition Mountains have been approached with geological and environmental perspectives. Skeptics propose these movements could be the result of subtle shifts in the mountain's bedrock or the activity of small desert creatures. Yet, no concrete evidence substantiates these claims, and the seemingly intentional patterns left behind by the moving rocks remain a puzzling anomaly. As for the psychic phenomena, they are perhaps the most challenging to address scientifically. Neurologists and psychologists have suggested these experiences could be the product of heightened anxiety or the influence of suggestive narratives on the human psyche. Yet, these theories fail to accommodate the experiences of those visitors previously unaware of the mountain's paranormal reputation or the profound and lasting impact these experiences often have. Each scientific explanation, while providing a possible lens through which to view these phenomena, ultimately falls short of a comprehensive understanding. They offer fragments of rationale, but fail to integrate the multitude of experiences into a cohesive explanation. It seems the Superstition Mountains resist such reductionist interpretations, retaining a shroud of mystery that persists despite our best efforts to penetrate it. Whether the Superstition Mountains are a convergence point for a spectrum of natural phenomena, or a gateway to something far beyond our understanding, remains a matter of speculation. The enigmatic aura surrounding these hills continues to elude the confines of scientific explanation, further fueling the intrigue and fascination they evoke. The perception of these extraordinary phenomena in the Superstition Mountains is deeply entwined with the fabric of human belief and fear. To comprehend the enduring allure and terror of these mountains, it is necessary to delve into the realm of psychology and cultural interpretation. Superstitions, as the name of these mountains suggests, play a significant role in shaping the narratives. Superstitions are not merely irrational beliefs, but complex psychological constructs that help us make sense of the world. They allow us to grapple with the unpredictable, the unexplainable, and the frightening. They provide a semblance of control in an often chaotic universe. The inexplicable occurrences in the Superstition Mountains, when viewed through this lens, are not aberrations, but part of an ancient pattern. A pattern that emerges when humans confront the unknown. Fear, like superstition, is a potent psychological force. It heightens our senses, primes us for danger, and can even distort our perception of reality. The sense of fear that permeates the Superstition Mountains, whether due to the eerie sounds, the shifting rocks, or the psychic experiences, can amplify the mystery and make the inexplicable seem even more otherworldly. Fear transforms the mountains into a supernatural landscape where every rock, every shadow, every gust of wind is imbued with an ominous significance. Folklore, a cultural expression of shared fears and beliefs, further enhances these perceptions. Tales of lost gold, vanished explorers, and spectral apparitions become part of the collective narrative. These stories, passed down through generations, shape how visitors approach the Superstition Mountains. They create an expectation of the uncanny, a readiness to perceive the paranormal even before setting foot on the mountain trails. This interplay of superstition, fear, and folklore is not unique to the Superstition Mountains. It is a pattern that recurs across cultures and epochs, from the haunted castles of Europe to the spirit-infested jungles of Asia. The specific manifestations may vary, but the underlying themes remain constant. The human mind, when confronted with the unknown, invokes supernatural entities and forces to populate the void. It builds narratives of dread and wonder around these entities, creating a self-sustaining cycle of belief and fear. The Superstition Mountains, with their unexplained phenomena and rich folklore, provide a potent backdrop for this psychological and cultural drama. They stand as a testament to humanity's eternal struggle with the unknown, a struggle that is as much about our inner demons as it is about the external world. In the end, it is this struggle, this relentless quest for understanding, that gives the Superstition Mountains their enduring allure and their lingering terror. The metaphysical world has long been considered a realm where the boundaries of reality blur and the unseen forces of the universe come into play. For those who believe in the paranormal, the Superstition Mountains are not merely a geographical formation. They are a psychic hotspot, a nexus of spiritual energy and activity. Within the invisible landscapes of these mountains, Countless souls are believed to have left imprints of their emotions, their traumas, and their desires. These psychic imprints are said to resonate with the living, broadcasting spectral echoes of past lives and deeds. Visitors have reported feeling inexplicable emotions, a sense of dread, a pang of sadness, a sudden exhilaration, that seem to emanate from the mountains themselves. The phenomenon of energy imprints aligns with a concept in paranormal studies known as residual hauntings. Unlike traditional hauntings, which involve interactive spirits, residual hauntings are akin to a playback of past events. The theory posits that intense emotional or traumatic episodes can leave an energy imprint in the environment, which can be perceived by sensitive individuals or under certain conditions. This theory provides a possible explanation for some of the experiences reported in the Superstition Mountains. The unexplained sounds, the spectral visions, the uncanny feelings of being watched. These could all be energy imprints from the past, relaying echoes of forgotten tragedies and triumphs. It's also said that the Superstition Mountains are a gateway to other dimensions, a portal where beings from other realities can cross into ours. Stories abound of encounters with interdimensional entities, sightings of strange creatures, and experiences that defy conventional understanding. These narratives add another layer to the mystique of the mountains, suggesting a reality that is far more complex and mysterious than we can comprehend. The landscapes of the Superstition Mountains, then, can be seen as a metaphysical tapestry woven with threads of human emotion, spiritual energy, and interdimensional phenomena. This perspective blurs the line between the physical and the spiritual, the known and the unknown, the living and the dead. It infuses the mountains with a profound sense of mystery and awe, and it challenges our understanding of reality itself. Whether we choose to see the Superstition Mountains as a testament to the power of geology or as a playground for spirits and interdimensional beings, one thing is certain. They are a profound reminder of the mysteries that surround us, of the unseen dimensions and forces that ripple below the surface of our everyday world. And perhaps, in the end, that is the real allure of the mountains, the promise of the unknown, the lure of the unexplainable, the thrill of stepping into a world that exists just beyond the reach of our understanding. The Superstition Mountains continue to captivate the modern world, acting as a magnet for those seeking adventure, answers, and the unknown. Many visitors report eerily similar experiences to those of the past, reinforcing the area's paranormal reputation. The technological era has not been left behind in these investigations. Ghost hunters armed with the latest gadgets, such as electronic voice phenomenon, EVP, recorders, and full-spectrum cameras, have descended upon the mountains. There are countless online forums and YouTube channels dedicated to sharing these findings, and the results are often chilling. Whispered voices captured on digital recorders, ethereal figures appearing on infrared cameras, and inexplicable cold spots detected by thermal imaging equipment all seem to suggest that the Superstition Mountains are far from empty. The mountains have also become a hotspot for UFO sightings. With the advancement of technology, amateur astronomers have been able to capture on film what many believe to be extraterrestrial activity. Strange lights, inexplicable movements in the sky, and even alleged close encounters have been reported, further adding to the lore of the Superstition Mountains. The legend of the lost Dutchman's gold mine also continues to draw treasure hunters, despite the numerous deaths and disappearances associated with the quest. Modern satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar technologies have given these intrepid explorers new tools in their search, but the gold remains elusive. Yet, the pursuit continues, driven by a mix of greed, curiosity, and the irresistible allure of the unknown. Meanwhile, the Apache people, whose ancestral lands include the Superstition Mountains, maintain their spiritual connection to the region. They continue to hold ceremonies and rituals in the area, echoing the practices of their forebears. These modern indigenous practices intersect with the paranormal experiences of visitors, suggesting a deep, enduring spiritual energy embedded within the mountains. As the world continues to evolve, so too does the story of the Superstition Mountains. The mysteries that surround this hauntingly beautiful and enigmatic landscape continue to provoke intrigue, fascination, and fear. The mountains remain a nexus of the unexplainable, a place where the veil between the physical and spiritual world seems to waver, where the echoes of the past ripple into the present, and where the unknown continues to beckon with an irresistible allure. The Superstition Mountains, it seems, are just as much a part of us as we are of them. Within the myriad of enigmas surrounding the Superstition Mountains, there exist a handful of theories so controversial and extraordinary, they challenge not just the boundaries of belief, but also of science and reality itself. One of the more frequently whispered legends speaks of covert government experiments conducted within the recesses of the mountains. Declassified documents from the Cold War era hint at the existence of classified activities within the region, yet the nature of these activities remains shrouded in ambiguity. Some suggest that the Superstition Mountains served as a testing ground for experimental aircraft, possibly explaining the numerous UFO sightings. Others posit the existence of underground facilities, hidden deep within the mountains, where clandestine projects were, and possibly still are, conducted away from prying eyes. Equally perplexing are the accounts of time slips reported by hikers traversing the Superstition Mountain trails. These individuals recount experiences of losing hours, even days, in what felt like mere moments. They describe an overwhelming sensation of disorientation, accompanied by an eerie silence, as if the very air around them had stilled. Upon their return to civilization, they found that significantly more time had passed than they had perceived. While such phenomena are typically attributed to exhaustion or dehydration, the consistency of these reports lends a chilling credibility to the stories. Taking a step further into the realm of the extraordinary, there are those who propose the existence of portals within the Superstition Mountains, gateways leading to unknown dimensions or distant points in our own world. Witnesses recount stumbling upon shimmering air, like heat waves rising from hot asphalt, only for the landscape to change dramatically as they passed through. These stories often involve sudden shifts in weather, flora, fauna, and even architectural ruins that seemingly have no place in the Arizonian desert. Lastly, there are the claims of non-human intelligence inhabiting the Superstition Mountains. Sightings of strange creatures, from the mythical thunderbirds of Native American legends to the inexplicable appearance of large, non-native animals, have fueled speculation. Some suggest that these could be interdimensional beings or entities hailing from extraterrestrial origins, drawn to the same unexplained energies that permeate the mountains. In the face of such extraordinary claims, it is vital to remember that the Superstition Mountains are a place steeped in deep history and richer folklore. These legends and theories, as controversial as they may be, are part of the enigmatic tapestry that is the Superstition Mountains. They are a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown that this hauntingly beautiful landscape continues to inspire. They are the whispers of the mountains, echoing the tales of gold, death, and ghosts that have become synonymous with the Superstition Mountains of Arizona. As the sun sets over the Superstition Mountains, casting long shadows that creep across the rocky terrain, one is left to ponder the enigma that these ancient hills represent. The tales recounted here reveal a landscape that resists easy explanation, a place that seems to exist on the very edge of our understanding, teetering between the known and the unfathomable. The gold that lured so many to their doom, the unexplained deaths and disappearances, the strange phenomena that defy logic, the spectral apparitions, the whispers of non-human entities. All these elements weave a narrative as complex and layered as the mountains themselves. Yet, for all the investigations and theories, the Superstition Mountains remain shrouded in mystery, jealously guarding their secrets as they have for centuries. What is the truth that lies at the heart of these mountains? Is it a tale of greed and the lethal allure of untold riches? Is it a story of a landscape touched by otherworldly forces, a place where the boundaries of our reality grow thin and porous? Or is it simply a testament to the power of human imagination, our propensity for weaving stories from shadows and half-seen figures? Perhaps the mountains are a mirror, reflecting back our own fears, desires, and curiosities. The gold represents our insatiable hunger for wealth, the deaths our dread of the unknown, the ghosts our fascination with what lies beyond the veil of death, the strange phenomena our yearning for wonder in an increasingly mundane world, and the non-human entities our quest to understand our place in the cosmos. The superstition. Mountains, in their rugged majesty, stand as a testament to the mysteries that yet exist in our world. They remind us that there are still places that resist the steady march of civilization, places that are steeped in stories of the inexplicable and the extraordinary. In this sense, the mountains serve as a beacon, a call to the curious and the intrepid, an invitation to step into the unknown and seek answers to questions that have echoed through the ages. The haunting allure of the Superstition Mountains persists, drawing in those who dare to delve into its enigmas. As long as these hills stand, they will continue to captivate and mystify, to whisper tales of gold, death, and ghosts. And as long as there are those willing to listen, to venture into the heart of the unknown, the mysteries of the Superstition Mountains will endure. And so we are left to wonder, what truly happened here? And could it happen again? Only the mountains know, and they remain silent, their secrets locked away in the unforgiving Arizona desert. As the sun dips below the horizon and darkness descends, the Superstition Mountains stand stoic and inscrutable, a monument to the enduring enigma of our world's unexplained mysteries. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of Paranormal Files. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, gain access to bonus content, and unlock our full library of podcasts, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.